This is a typical overexposed photograph. Why do I say it's overexposed? What I'm looking at is the shadows or the dark areas on a photograph. And they're very light in tone. What you want is a nice, deep, rich color. And you'll see that when we're through adjusting this picture. There are a couple of ways that we can analyze this to confirm that it's overexposed. Now this is Photoshop, but most applications have something similar to it as far as the controls are concerned. And what I'm looking for is to find the place where I can see the histogram. So here's the histogram for the photograph, and it shows you the number of pixels from the left-hand side, which is the dark side, to the white side over here for each of the primary colors. And one of the first things I noticed is there's a color shift here. The blue pixels are way over on the left-hand side, and the other pixels are jumped up or jumbled up over here on the bright side, the highlight side. So what we're going to do is take that information and go and make an adjustment. So I'm going to the Image menu command, I'm going to Adjustments, and my favorite is Levels. Quite often, just clicking on the auto will auto adjust your picture for you. But in this case, I'm going to do something different. Again, we have another histogram. Black on this side has been cut off. It's trimmed off. This should balance on down to a 0. And the majority of the pixels are right of the gray mark. This is the black mark, this is the white mark, and this is the gray mark. So all I really need to do for this picture is to shift the gray mark over towards the right. And now the picture becomes much more crisp and sharp. And the shadows are getting what I was saying at the beginning you need to have. So that takes care of that part of it. Now we have to adjust the color shift that takes care of the blue. So again, we go back to our adjustment commands. In this case, I'm going to pick color balance. We have our primary colors that are listed down here on the bottom. We can adjust this for shadows, midtones, or highlights. And I'm going to do it for midtones. What I'm doing is the picture is too yellow, so I'm going to slide it towards the blue. And now the leaves look much more like what you want them to be. And you see that the whole histogram has shifted on over. And there you are. So some of these are a problem in the camera, but quite often these kinds of shifts take place when we use something like an iPhone or a phone or some kind of software that gives us all the modern day Instagram kind of filters. And for real serious photography work, get away from Instagram. Get away from the automatic changes and stick to the pure stuff, and you'll get a much more interesting photograph.